Hello everybody, this is Chuck Wiger. We are nearly halfway through the 2019 legislative session, and thankfully at least a couple of bills now have been signed by the governor. You'll read about that in the newsletter. One regarding MNLARS, our state's registration system for vehicles. When you get a car, you get the license processed, get the tabs renewed. The automation of that system has not met the goals, the expectation, as you know. And in a bipartisan way, several million more have been allocated to try to get this system fixed. And I commend Governor Walz for owning up that it's on him now to try to resolve this, and there's bipartisan support to fix it. I've heard from several of you, whether it's at the auto dealerships along 61 or people that have gone to the registrars, people at the registrar, Maplewood or White Bear Lake, just expressing concerns as well. So there's a bipartisan resolve to get this fixed. Money's been put to address this, and hopefully we'll have better news to report as the additional money is invested into a long-term solution. Also, money has been allocated for very much needed wastewater treatment projects in the state. This had been allocated earlier in the bonding bill, but it was through the Environmental Trust Fund. This went to court, and the bottom line, there's been bipartisan agreement now to put this through the capital investment bonding bill, and this was approved. The governor has signed it, and these much needed projects will now be on a path to get completed, and many more need to be done as well. I do serve on the Capital Investment Committee. I just talked to the chair, Senator Senjum, out of the Rochester area, and we hope to be meeting before too long to start reviewing potential requests that could be for sure in next year's bill, but potentially something this year, but that remains to be seen. So I have a number of proposals in there for Century College, for the trail going around White Bear Lake, other infrastructure needs as well, and please let me know if you'd like to provide additional input regarding these important investments. At the end of the day, we get bipartisan support in order to make these become law, and that's a good thing. A very big issue that I've been actively working with Representative Fisher on, Representative Amy Wasilak, Representative Becker Finn, Senator Chamberlain, Senator Isaacson, and this relates to the water gremlin settlement. And as you know, water gremlin had been closed in part of its operation because of the TCE emissions, and it had shut down in mid-January. A settlement was recently reached, but there will be a big hearing that I'll be at tonight, and as well there's another meeting next week, and we're looking at a number of follow-up things that we as legislators on a bipartisan basis can do to address how the settlement dollars will be allocated. We believe very strongly about having local involvement in the direction of that $4.5 million. We want a timetable on the private well testing. We want more information about other chemicals that might be in this gremlin warning zone. So I've been talking to many people. Legislation has been introduced addressing settlement use. Also, banning, phasing out TCE, a carcinogenic chemical that has been recommended at the federal level. No action has been taken, but we can do better in our state, and working again in a bipartisan basis for that. And as well, I will have a bill, which I'll chief author, which will require disclosure for a proposed settlement where it's going to serve the public interest. And this is, in this case, many of the local citizens and local officials did not appreciate learning about the settlement after it had been signed. They would have liked some pre-settlement input, and that is in the public's best interest. So these bills are all being introduced as I talk to you, or they're in the process by early next week, and be a lot more discussion on that. If there's any questions you have about this or any other issue, please give me a call. At the state capitol, it's 651-296-6820, or my cell phone, 651-770-0283. Thank you.